Troy Tony Upton, over to Shane Patrick Harrington, over to Shopton Darrell Sullivan, over to Hop Richard Crowley, over to Lane Mark Finnegan, over to Dad Patrick Finnegan, over to Henry of Roland McSweeney, the boy of Edmund Roach, Tweedy of Owen Kennedy, Harvey of Kevin Kennedy, Cody of David Hayes, the Shady of Ray Lynch, the Shopty of Mark O'Connell, the Hoppy of Sean Dennehy, the Navy of Hugh McSweeney, the Fair Trevor O'Riordan, the Fair Hayne Anthony Sheehan, and the Fair Doe Shane Manning. And the Nish Belgooly, the Doe Ibrahim Shane Sweeney, over the Doe Sarah Murphy, over the Fair Dennis Bryan, over the Car Sean Green, over the Boy Gavin Hennessy, the Shade Jonathan Butley, the Shop Brian Coleman, the Hop Christopher Crowley, the May Michael O'Donovan, the Blair Simon Herden, the Hindi of Brian Curry, the Zoe of David Sullivan, the Tweedy of Owen Curry, the Cardi of Paul Crowley, the Coachy of Gallodo Road, the Shady of Leonard Enright, the Shopty of Leonard Fairley, the Hoppy of Thomas Scannell, the Navy of Garrow Coleman, the Fair John Bailey, the Fair Hayne Shane Fairley, the Fair Doe David O'Regan, the Fair Tree David Sheehan, the Fair Car Seneca Searles, the Fair Coy Sean Daly, the Fair Shade Joseph Coleman, and the Fair Shop Mark Barry. I'll ask you now to go up to the centre of the stage.
And off we go. The D2 final has begun. Coachford tearing up the field with the ball. Beautiful pick up there by Downs it all ground again. There we go. Number 6 looking for the ball, but Belgooly getting in, and here we are, Coachford collecting the ball again. Up the field with a beautiful catch there by number 3, and in they go with the ball. Beautiful, no one inside, no backs inside. A goal, should be a goal, but good block by Belgooly. Off again, over the point, over the bar, and a point for Coachford. Great start to the game for Coachford there. What?
Number 10 for Coachford.
Number 10
Patrick
for Coachford there.
scoring a very good point there off the ground.
Wait for the kick out again, wait for the ball to come. The umpire with the flag up for the point. And the goalkeeper for Belgooly coming out the field for a fine high kick up. Up with it, but the middle of the field so far, Coachford are on top. Out the wing with the ball, and number 11 for Coachford there, Rory McSweeney, heading for the ball, kick it back into number 10, who's Patrick Finnegan again coming for the ball. And 45 for Coachford. Patrick Finnegan off to a great start in this game, scoring 1 point already in the chance of the second point. The wind is rising slowly here in favour of Coachford. But a ball kicked into the air, fine kick into the air, and the backs of Belgooly are out. Number 2 for Belgooly there. Darren Murphy. Fine kick up the field to number 12. Beautiful turn there, and a fabulous collection there. Back to number 12 again, and soloing up the wings here. Getting caught a small bit of trouble, being crowded out. But number 8 giving a bit of hand. But again, Coachford gets the upper hand of the ball. And a small nifty player from Coachford, number 3, who is whoever he is, on the ball. Anyway, the ball being picked up by Belgooly. Beautiful block there and down it, and Belgooly ball.
Making all the early running in this Ryan D2 final. Well cut out there by the man from Belgooly.
And
Coach the ball out of defence. A good clearance from number 2.
Number 3, John Murphy for Coachford after the ball again. John's a nifty little player. Beautiful cross in, soccer skills coming out here. But again, Belgooly's backs playing a stormer and getting the ball and clearing it. Soloing up the wing here. Beautiful. Getting past 3 of the coachmen and kick the ball, but out we go. A Belgooly ball.
That's number 8 for Belgooly, Christopher Crowley, getting a good ball into the middle of the field.
And here we go again, catch up, beautiful catch up there by number 14 there for Coachford. And down to the ball, the surface seems to be extremely slippery today because they're falling all over the place. But the man recovered very well, number 10 for Coachford, who's Patrick Finnegan, recovering very well, going all the way by the looks of things into, oh, beautiful save there by the goalie, being pulled out, number 9 trying to do something with the ball, but not succeeding, and there we go, and it is
He's blowing his whistle, but it's not quite, he's awarding a free in front of the goal. There are no penalties in this competition.
Number 10 Patrick Finnegan coming in limping a small bit on the left leg, but it's the shoes, the boot is off, so replacing the boot, and off is going to take his free and possibly scoring his second point for Coachford. Coachford are up 2 points to nothing in the first 4 minutes of this game. Coachford are off to a very good start. Belgooly's backs are doing well with forwards as of yet have not got a touch of the ball. The ball has hardly crossed the half the line, but Coachford are on the way again, they're charging through, they're trying to get the ball up to their forwards, but Coachford's midfields are just too strong for the moment. Number 9 on down the ball, not be able to catch it up. Number 16 for Belgooly down the run. He's up again, he's collected the ball. Brilliant recovery there for number 6 for Belgooly. And off they go, up, kicking the ball up the field. And a mighty battle ensuing here. Beautiful shoulder there by the man in the yellow boots. Ready, and beautiful pick up there. Number 6 there for Coachford. Number 6 is Padraig Harrington, and beautiful shot in by Padraig there, but number 10 for Belgooly is after recovering beautiful. Simon Ahern there for Belgooly after cutting a beautiful catch there in the ball. And a quick free taken, putting the Coachford off guard, but a beautiful block down by Kenneth Hogan there of Coachford. Coachford definitely on top of this first half now. Freeze being awarded, right, left and centre here this evening. And the ball being collected. Oh, a mighty battle ensuing here. Ball being collected by number 5 there for Belgooly. Number 5 for Belgooly is Gavin Hallisey. Gavin Hallisey, beautiful collection there by Gavin. A fabulous clear out the side wing of the wing there. And a battle ensuing there between number 11 for Coachford. Number 11 for Coachford is Rory McSweeney. Beautiful kick into number 9. Number 9 is Mark Finnegan. Mark plowing along with the ball, passing it back behind him, and there the ball is being collected and soloed up the field by Coachford there, by number 2 for Coachford. Number 2 for Coachford is Edward Crowley. But Edward loses the ball, and the ball is coming up to number 12. Beautiful interception there by number 6 for Coachford. Number 6 for Coachford there being Padraig Harrington. Padraig having a great game so far this first half of the match. And with 6 minutes gone, Coachford are up 2 points. Coachford go green their Gula Ramin Scoil of America. Agus an isisian the law over a shacht in Senegal. Belgooly now Brian Coleman on the kick in Senegal. Brian agus nish on the road over a shacht the Coachford. Over a shacht the Coachford Finn Barrow agus on a kick trasting the park and some good evening Hindig. Agus number 11 has the ball. Number 11 for Coachford is Rory McSweeney. Rory really on top form today, kicking the ball up the field, and Belgooly had the ball again. Beautiful collection there by Coachford, but not clearing it fast enough. And it's kick out the wings there, but intercepted by the Belgooly lads. The Belgooly lads trying to kick the ball, but great blocks being employed by Coachford there today. They're down on the ball and not leaving Coachford any chance at all to kick the ball. But here we are again. Number 6, Padraig Harrington racing furiously after the ball, but no avail. Belgooly ball in. First time the Belgooly team have really got up to the half now. And a beautiful kick down. Oh, but we're half asleep down here because Belgooly have a clear run up the field. Number 9 for Belgooly, racing for the ball. Number 9 for Belgooly is Michael O'Donovan. Michael O'Donovan going for the ball. but slipping on the way. Free to Belgooly, and free today is being taken by number 7, Brian Coleman. Brian facing the ball up, and good high kick into the forwards, but the Coachford backs are in top form today and cleared out the wings. And here we go again, our man Patrick Finnegan. Patrick's all over the pitch today, being the forward line, the back line, and having a great game. And the ball has gone wide. And here come the Coachford team again. And look, here he is. Number 1, the goalkeeper for Coachford, Dylan Murphy. Dylan Murphy with the ball. And Dylan taking a mighty stride back to get a good kick out of the ball. And a fine high kick. And it has found number 3. Number 3, who's John Murphy. And John gets a fine clearance up. And there's number 4 tearing for the ball at all his might. Number 4, Kenneth Horgan. And to no avail. Beautiful dummy there by number 2. But he kicks it over the sideline. And a kick in, sideline kick to Coachford. So here comes up number 4, Kenneth Horgan for Coachford. Livre cahar leis an Lero, livre cahar rí chun kick mór a hógan to Lero, an rétóric sédan for dog chun kick a hógan. So kick sos drag din taiva agus every 3 stop shirish neada ken fa agus an Lero ag livre do ag Belgooly livre do dar Murphy. And number 12 for Belgooly.
Number 12 for Belgooly, who's David O'Sullivan. Broken down as a loose ball in the
for the ball. And out over the sideline, and good sideline call there by the umpire. And it's the Belgooly ball. Belgooly ball. And it seems number 10 for Belgooly since we're going to take this sideline kick. And number 10 for Belgooly is Simon Ahern. Simon, big 5 no, stopped again. Fine kick across the field, and here they come. Well intercepted there by Coachford. Coachford going for the ball, but Belgooly are there first. Beautiful punch on there by number 12. Number 12 there for Belgooly would be, or for Coachford, sorry, it was number, who's it? I can't find his name at the moment. It's 8, Edmund Roach. Edmund had a great game today. He's a big, strong young fella and a great shoulder, well able to give a good shoulder. And the ball is sideline here, and the ball out over the side, a Belgooly ball. Belgooly ready again. Belgooly are winning a lot of sideline balls here, but that's as far as they seem to be getting, as Coachford definitely seem to have the upper half in this, the upper hand in this first half of the game. And a beautiful jump up there by Coachford, and breaking through past 2 of the Belgooly men, past fine kick over the head of another one. Yes, ball's out over the sideline, and it is again this time a Coachford ball. Coachford, number 10 for Coachford, catches the ball and drops it again. Again, since the 2nd minute of the game, no score has been scored, and we're now 11 minutes into the game. So Coachford off to a great start and hold it, as Belgooly still have no score on the scoreboard yet. And here comes Belgooly for the ball, with our Coachford with the ball, and they're down. The goalie is down, injured with his hands on his head, but the ball is still out the field. And Belgooly are tearing, running around in circles, trying to get rid of the ball and trying to get the ball up the past half, out of the halfway line. But Coachford not having none of it, and their forwards barging through, piling on the pressure to the forwards, to the backs of Belgooly, and that's another point for Coachford. Coachford 3, Belgooly 0. And the Belgooly goalkeeper seems to be injured. He seems to have sustained some sort of head injury there in that little fracture there between himself and number 4 of Coachford, who is Kenneth Horgan. But he's being treated and he seems to be doing alright. So far, Coachford well on top, piling on the pressure, keeping the ball up at their half of the field, up in the forward half of the field, giving the Belgooly forwards no chance at all. A great blocking going on by Coachford. And here they go again. Goalkeepers after recovering, a fine high kick out, and well and truly received by number 8 for Belgooly, who's Christopher Crowley. And a fine quick free and a beautiful over there by number 10 for Belgooly. Number 10 there for Belgooly would be Simon Ahern. Simon kicks the ball, but it loses it as Coachford seems to have recovered the ball very quickly by Finbar Sutherland. Finbar Sutherland there having a great game there in the half-back line. No. The ball has been a free there for Belgooly. Belgooly, first time they have a chance, a real chance of getting any type of score. But again, only 2 forwards from Belgooly in, and still there's around 6 backs from Coachford. Coachford backs are really clogging the goal, not letting the Belgooly men in at all. But here they come again, on the attack again. Great spirit in this Belgooly team. Belgooly there, kicking the ball. Number 9 for Belgooly has the ball and kicks it in. A fine low kick in, but as usual, no one there to receive it. Belgooly will have to tighten up their forwards and it'll get a bit loose. But again, a fine kick in there by number 9 for Belgooly, Michael O'Donovan. And Michael O'Donovan has just scored a beautiful goal for Belgooly. So that will put a bit of spice in the game. Coachford 3 points here. Belgooly cool on an 8 pooling an acre. So in the 13th minute of the game, Belgooly have scored, and they have scored with a magnificent goal. A magnificent goal there by Michael O'Donovan. Now, off we come again. Belgooly definitely seem to have more spirit since this goal has been scored. But Coachford not giving up the fight. 2 Coachford men around the place there, fighting for the ball and clearing it up the field. The number 4 here for Belgooly. Number 4 for Belgooly, Sean Breen. Sean Breen with the ball and passes it into number 10. And a fine clearance across. But again, the Coachford backs on top form today, and a fine kick up the field there to number 9. Now number 9 jumping for the ball, yet he's a bit too small. So number 11 for Belgooly catches the ball and turns and passes it on to trying to get into number 3, but to no avail, and it's a Coachford ball. Number 8 for Coachford taking a fine short pass over to number 2, Edward Corey. A fine high kick into his forwards, but no one there to receive it, as the Belgooly backs are now rising to the challenge that is placed before them. Number 10 for Belgooly heading up again with the ball, and a fine kick in, but number 5 for Coachford there, having a great game today in the back line, Tony O'Flynn, and a fine kick up the field to number 11, but number 11 missing the ball, and Belgooly after collecting the ball again. And here we are. Fine, good kick there up to the left wing by the Coachford men, but again, it's taking a bit of time for the ball to get up the field. The ball seems to be centering at the middle of the field at the moment, without going past the 21-yard line on either side. It seems to be going from the 45 of one half to the 45 of the other half and staying around there. And the scores are, and there's a free, a bit over attacking there. So a free for Coachford, and hopefully this will get the ball into the Coachford forwards, who may do something with it, as they haven't scored now for a while. And they could do with getting 1 or 2 scores up in the scoreboard before half time. But there we go, number 4 from Belgooly getting a bit carried away with the ball, a double hop, so it is a free to Coachford. And here we have number 10 for Coachford, our main point scorer so far for Coachford, Patrick Finnegan. Patrick Finnegan coming out to take a fine high ball, but it has veered to the right and wide. So the Belgooly goalkeeper, Shane Sweeney, coming out with the ball, and a very, very quick kick out to number 7. Great block by Coachford. Coachford again with the ball, but lose it. Not industrious enough to keep it. And number 11 there for Belgooly, tearing up the field, up the wing there to number 9, passing the ball to number 9. Number 9 turns and kicks the ball to number 5, but a great interception by the Coachford lads, and a collection and a fine kick there along the way. And here we are coming up past the halfway line again with the Coachford team. Coachford kicking the ball in. The 2 fine kicks were up past the Belgooly 21-yard line. A fine turn there by number 15. Not knowing what to do with the ball. He had a great game, but a great catch by the goalkeeper. Good kick there by number 15 there for Coachford, David Hayes. David Hayes, great kick in, but a great save by the goalkeeper there, Shane Sweeney. So here they are coming again, fighting for the ball. And Coachford have the ball. And there we have number 6, Padraig for Coachford. Padraig kicks the ball in, but the Coachford backline, or the Belgooly backline, well in tune today on the ball. Fine kick into number 8, onto number 9 for Belgooly, and 2 fine passes, and the ball is moving slowly up the field. But, as usual, number 5 for Coachford, who is Tony O'Flynn. Tony O'Flynn had a great game in the backline. Comes out, kicks the ball, turns and moves back into the backline again to protect his own goal. And there we are, crawling on the ground after the ball, and yet losing it again. Poor man after all his trouble. But a free, he's earned himself a free, so a free for Coachford coming up the field again. And we are now approaching the 17th minute of the first half, and Coachford are 3 points, Belgooly 1 goal. Coachford has got 3 fine scores to Belgooly's 1 score. Belgooly really have only had 2 chances so far, as the Coachford backs are keeping the Belgooly forwards out. But the one chance they had, they scored a fine goal there. And now here's the ball coming again, coming sideline ball, and we have number 5 from Belgooly coming to take the ball. He's after out again, decided to change his mind. So we have number 11 for Belgooly coming out to take this, Brian Curry coming to take this sideline kick. And a beautiful pass there to number 8. Number 8 got free there. And a great kick in, and this could be another score, I'd say, as for once the Coachford backs are loosening. But again, number 2 for Coachford, or number 2 for Coachford there, Edward Crowley after the foul on the Belgooly team, so a free to Belgooly. Number 7 for Belgooly there is low kick in, a beautiful turn there for number 6, and a beautiful point picked off for number 6 there from Belgooly. Number 6 for Belgooly there is Jonathan Buckley. Great point there by Jonathan Buckley, which has put Belgooly into the lead. You know, Coachford are much stronger at the start of the game. Belgooly are coming back slowly but surely, piling under pressure, and here comes Belgooly again, and a fine kick out to the side and wide. Belgooly are definitely using more chances this time. They're getting the ball and they're getting rid of it straight away instead of holding on to the ball, so that the Coachford backs don't have time to come out. And so when they receive the ball, they're kicking it, and they're making much more use of the ball than what they were in the first 10-15 minutes of the game. Out the wing, fine kick by the goalkeeper, Dylan Murphy out the wing, and the ball is being passed up to number 3. Number 3 for Coachford is John Murphy. John Murphy kicking the ball in, and is it being collected there, but trying to be collected by another Coachford man, but unable to do anything with the ball, and is getting a small bit frustrated with the fact that he can't do anything. And here are Belgooly coming with the ball again. Great strides being made by Belgooly in the last 5 minutes of this game, and Belgooly doing very well with the ball. A fine pick up there by the Belgooly number 5, and one or two of the Belgooly men getting free. But as usual, we can depend on Tony O'Flynn to get rid of the ball, having a brilliant game in the back line today for Coachford. And here we are now, and a Coachford ball, and their big man on the Coachford team, Edward Crowley, coming out to take the ball, and great focus support there for Coachford. And that is the end of the first half. So at the end of the first half, Coachford 3 points, Belgooly 1 goal and 1 point. 3 scores for Coachford, 2 scores for Belgooly, and Belgooly up a point. We're on, and here we come to the second half of this DF2 final between Coachford and Belgooly. Belgooly 1 goal and 1 point to Coachford's 3 points, and the second half has begun. There, and the ball being collected by Belgooly. Belgooly really come into the second half of this game, and the second half of the first half of this game, second part of the first half of this game, and they are starting off the second half very well. But Coachford coming back, and number 4 for Coachford off with the ball, and a fine clearance there by number 7 up the field. And here we come again with Patrick Finnegan. Patrick Finnegan having a great game so far, the scorer of 2 or 3 points underneath for Coachford, and on the way in. Micheál, what do you think of this game so far?
Well, it's very delicately poised at this stage. Finbar Belgooly made the most of their chances in the first half. The limited chances that they have, and they scored 1 goal and 1 point, and they find themselves 1 point in the lead. Coachford will rue the many chances that they missed, but as we speak, the game is delicately poised now, and it'll be very hard to call a winner at this stage.
I agree with you totally, and here we come, Coachford with the ball again. Coachford started off brilliantly in the first half with a fine point within the first minute of the game, and here we go again, trying to emulate the same success, but not succeeding, as the Belgooly backs are definitely getting more on top of the game. And here we come, I think the start of the game so far, Tony O'Flynn there for Coachford. Tony kicking the ball in and making his way back up the field again. It's been a great game so far. And here we come again, the goalkeeper for Belgooly with the ball, and heading up for a fine clearance hopefully. And a fine kick up there by the Belgooly goalkeeper up the field. And number 7 for Coachford, a fine big young fella coming with the ball, fine clearance, good solo there, a good turn, and a fine low driven hard kick in. But the Belgooly men recovering quickly and driving forward the ball, putting pressure on the Coachford backs for the first time against Tony again with the ball. Tony turning, and a free for Tony, and Tony is turning to take his time, dropping the ball again, thinking about taking a quick free, but decided against it and settling the team again, and while the team have time to regroup. And number 2, Edward Crowley, Edward taking a fine kick in the field there, and out the wing there for number 11 to collect the ball. Number 11 with the ball, turning very quickly and kicking a low hard ball in. Number 3 again soloing, turning on the outside to again make a bit more space for himself. But again, Belgooly backs really getting on top, getting into this game, Micheál, more so than the first half.
Yeah, the Belgooly backs seem to be much more intent on winning the ball in this second half and seem to be much more awake. I don't know what was said at half time, but it seems to be doing the trick. Having said that, Coachford still remain camped in the Belgooly half, but they seem to have great difficulty translating their possession into scores.
Definitely, and Belgooly again with the ball. Belgooly yet again have not made their way past the 21-yard line, even though they have definitely more fight in their match than they had in the first half. They still cannot get the ball up to the forwards. Forwards are being definitely unemployed for the first 10-15 minutes of this game, and again the first half, for the first 4 or 5 minutes they seem to be taking it easy. And again the ball over by the Sutton's the sponsor of Scoil for this year, and the ball over by the Sutton's poster there. And we have the Belgooly lads collecting the ball. A big high kick into the air. I think he meant to get it a bit longer, but it just went up in the air for him, and he's collected. The ball is very stiffy today as it is wet, dreary, dull day with a drizzle blowing. The wind is after calming small, but the wind has just dropped just to a slight shiver, as you can see from the flags. The flag's barely moving, but the ball is slippery and just making conditions, it wouldn't be great, but they're making the best of the conditions they have and had a great game in progress, definitely. And here we go again, Belgooly with the ball. Belgooly making their way up, driving forward. And yet, here come the Coachford backs out and again. Coachford backs have been a great game today. They're well on the defensive and not giving an inch of a chance to the Belgooly lads. But here we go again, Belgooly with the Belgooly. Fine kick out there by number 6 for Belgooly. Looking for a free but not receiving, a bit anxious and such. And here comes Coachford. Up, beautiful starting up the field. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful, making his way up the field, making great progress. They passed the ball into number 11 with the ball, but I believe it's through his hands. And then number 9 trying to get through a few Belgooly men, past one man, fine punch over the ball, and the number 11 comes in to collect it and kicks in the air over to the right of the coach, but to no avail. And here we come again, a fine nifty fella there for a coach. Definitely the conditions are getting much better, and the ball is very slippery, and the boys are slipping all over the place. But fine connection there by Coachford, and a wide ball over the edge and wide. This will give a chance, I think, Micheál, to Belgooly just to settle and to regroup.
Yeah, they seem to be doing an awful lot better in the second half, even though they haven't scored yet. Same age-old problem for Coachford in that they can't translate their possession into scores. They have a chance here, however, but no, Belgooly cleared the ball. Their backs are definitely more alive in this half, Finbar.
Oh, definitely. And here we are, Belgooly with the ball. They're fine up the field. But collected again by Coachford. I'd say only once in this second half. The first 5 minutes of the second half has the ball gone past the 21-yard line for Belgooly. Belgooly making much more of an effort definitely in this half, but I think overall Coachford would have that edge on them and would be a small bit stronger. But as against that, here's an open goal. The goalkeeper collects the ball and clears it out the field. So Belgooly or Coachford back slipping up there. As usual, there's 3 or 4 minutes on the goal. They're well halfway up the field, and only the goalie and number 5 for Belgooly, but he couldn't get his foot to the ball quick enough, and the Coachford goalkeeper is out to collect the ball. Great clearance there by the Coachford goalkeeper. Number 5, Tony O'Flynn for Coachford with the ball. Tony had a great game. Moving halfway, I say we moved it halfway, and here's the ball coming in by number 9. Number 9 with the ball. Agus Nick Clehan saw ball and Leroy. Every 3 the Belgooly dal inna Haliro ge Hasher dal picture dal agus nish Hashegiri dal Irish Leroy forced to get through no me the goal. Bert or Coachford ag iri on Leroy the ball uig ach every hot o a coach agus is Leroy the Russian Leroy agus nish Pixar the Belgooly. And number 7 for Belgooly, Brian Coleman make his way in. Well, Micheál, conditions I think are changing and making the game more difficult to play in. What do you think?
Absolutely deplorable, Finbar. The rain is teeming down incessantly at this stage, but the players seem to be making a great effort nevertheless. The ball, it can't be easy to play the ball in those kind of conditions.
And here we go, Edmund Roach there for Coach with the ball. And a fine kick up the field. But again, the Belgooly half back line are getting on top of things. But here we go, number 9 for pushing the back there. But the referee says play on advantage to, no, it's free. free to Coachford, number 10 for Coachford. Coming on, Patrick Finnegan, our main scorer so far for Coachford. Patrick coming to take the ball and fine high kick in and to the right and wide. Patrick was definitely on form for the first half, but so far in the second half he doesn't seem to have got his kicking form in tune yet, and he has kicked 2 wide so far in this second half.
We get to get a score in the second half, which means that Belgooly are still 1 point in front.
Belgooly, the score has remained after 13 minutes of the game. The score is still Coachford 3 points, Belgooly 1 goal and 1 point. Belgooly after putting 2 scores over Coachford with 3, but yet Belgooly are up by a point, even though Coachford will be a stronger team, with Belgooly doing well, and no score so far in the second half. A very, very, very equal game here in the second half, where both teams are giving their Trojan effort to try and get a score on the scoreboard, but all to no avail so far.
That goal could turn out to be a priceless goal yet, that Belgooly scored in the first half.
I think so, definitely. A fine kick in there by Belgooly forwards, which put the ball under the bar, and a fine goal, and it may yet cost Coachford the match. Anyway, back to the game in hand, and number 10 for Belgooly really having a stormer in the second half, and Belgooly trying to get the ball up but not succeeding. Their half forward line fails to get the ball into their forwards, and up the pitch all we can see is the lone figure of the Coachford goalkeeper standing in the goal. There is no one else beyond the 21-yard line. Now the Belgooly forwards are moving in. Again, hoping that they will make some change and that they might get some score up to give them a bit more of a comfortable lead. Otherwise, Coachford will really have to put the pressure down and start playing for scores in this game. And here we have Belgooly with the ball. Belgooly kicking the ball in, and a great block down there by number 6 for Coachford. Number 6 for Coachford, Padraig Carrington. Coachford having the female camogie player, the great well-known camogie player Lyndon Lee as one of their trainers, and Lynn's influence is really rubbing off on the forwards, I think, as they seem to definitely get the ball, but they just can't translate their use of the ball into scores, Michal.
Indeed, and they seem to be coming under a little bit more pressure now in this half. Belgooly have taken every chance they've got in the game so far. They've scored from it bar 1. So with the ball up in the Coachford end of the pitch at this stage, it's quite likely they could score again.
Definitely.
However, it's well cleared there by the fullback for Coachford, number 8, who's Christopher Crowley. Christopher having a good game today.
And here we come again. Managed here for the ball. Belgooly putting their hearts into the second half. But again, Patrick Finnegan, the invincible Patrick Finnegan with the ball, and he is tearing into, and Coachford with the ball, and Coachford have a chance of a goal, and a beautiful kick, and a goal for Coachford, a goal there for Coachford, scored by
number 11 there for Coachford, Rory McSweeney, Finbar.
Beautiful goal, a fabulous goal there by Coachford, which puts Coachford 2 points up. Coachford 1-3, Belgooly 1-1.
However, it's not over yet. Finbar Belgooly are attacking again, and they're going up the pitch.
Shows great spirit the way the Belgooly team come back there after such a goal to be able to get the ball up past the 65-yard line, up 45-yard line, and moving up to the 21-yard line. But unfortunately, it's a free for Coachford and back down again. Coachford are really recovering now and getting on form. That should settle the Coachford team. All that goal there by number 11 there for Coachford. What do you think?
Indeed. Yes, they seem to be finding their men much better now,
and here it comes again. Rory coming in with the ball, but the backs keeping an eye on him, and the referee saying play on, and here we go again. He's putting his heart into the ball. Rory with the ball, great confidence in this man after scoring that fine goal, and here we go. Number three for Coachford, John Murphy. John with the ball, the Blues with the gun, and here we go. Belgooly bursting forward, trying to get the ball out of that and a beautiful goal there for Coachford. Coachford really converting their play now, their forward play all along the first 10 minutes of this game, and they're converting them into scores. Another goal for Coachford, and Belgooly slowly losing heart, I think, as Coachford are definitely getting on top of this game. Coachford much stronger in the first half, than Belgooly, and now again they're coming forward. Belgooly really flared for the first 10 minutes of the second half, but failed to put any score in the scoreboard, and now they're paying the price for that as Coachford coming again with the ball, and Coachford, number 11, beautiful hand pass in to number 3, but lovely there, and again Patrick Finnegan with the ball, and Patrick unable to go around, and a beautiful score there by Patrick Finnegan. Another point for Coachford. Coachford 2-4, Belgooly 1-1. An amazing turnabout there in the last 3 minutes of the game.
Yes, Coachford are definitely firing on all cylinders at this stage, and to be honest, I think it would be a travesty if Belgooly were to win this game at this stage, because in all honesty Coachford have been the better team so far. They had great difficulty in scoring early on, but now that they've got those 2 goals, there seems to be a swagger in their step, and Belgooly are having great difficulty containing them.
I will have to agree with you, and here we are, number 6 for Coachford with the ball. Number 6, Padraig Hart, and Padraig having a good solid game there today. Coachford team are working very well together as a unit, passing the ball up into the forwards, and the forwards are now eventually at last translating those passes into fine scores. 2 beautiful goals there in the last 4 minutes of the game, which has really brought on Coachford's confidence, and Coachford are playing the ball to the best of their ability at the moment, while Coachford seems to be running around the place, not able to get the most of the ball work yet. As I said, Coachford or Belgooly have only once so far in the second half of this game got the ball past the 21-yard line, and they have failed to put any additional score in the second half after 13 minutes of the game.
I can't see Belgooly coming back at this stage. Finbar, they're 6 points in arrears.
I don't think
with those conditions, it would seem to be almost an impossible task. However, never say never.
And here we come again. The magnificent number 5, Tony O'Flynn. Tony getting a fine ball in, but well caught there by the Belgooly backs. And Tony trying again, put his heart and soul into this game. Belgooly moving forward. Conditions are getting definitely disimproving as the match continues, as the rain is now teeming down, and the ball is definitely very slippery, as is the surface of the pitch. But the lads are trying their best and making a great game out of it. And here we are with a Belgooly 3. Belgooly number 8 settling themselves. Belgooly number 8, Christopher Crowley, settling himself, taking his time, leaving his teammates go in, so they might have some chance of getting some score. A beautiful high ball into number 20. Number 20 there, and there's a bit of crowding around the goal, but well cleared out there on the side by number 7 for Coachford. Number 7 for Coachford there, it's somewhere Sullivan. Beautiful clearance up, but here we come again. Again, a great game there by Christopher Crowley for Belgooly. Christopher's having a great game, a beautiful clearance in. But again, the Coachford backs are well on top of the hall today.
Indeed, yes, and as time running out now, they're not letting anything by. Only something over a minute left, putting the Belgooly forwards under an awful lot of pressure. And another example of great blocking there, not letting anything in at this stage, the Coachford backs.
No turning at all, just letting it out. The ball is just fired out over the sideline for a 45 for Belgooly, but brilliant blocking again by the Coachford team. Coachford definitely have perfected their blocking skills down to a T for this game. And here we are, number 10 for Belgooly, Simon Ahern coming with the ball. Simon hoping to get a score out of this so as to ease the gap between themselves and Coachford. Coachford 2-4, Belgooly 1-1. And no hope as the number 7 for Coachford, Finbar O'Sullivan, having a brilliant stormer of a second half, Michal.
Indeed. There can't be much time left at this stage. Finbar were down to the last minute of the game. 10 seconds left.
And number 4 for Belgooly with the ball, and a fine kick out to his teammate number 2, but a Coachford ball. So Coachford again will be moving in, putting the pressure on the Belgooly backs. Belgooly backs have had a tough game today. They'll sure sleep tonight, Michal, after such a tough game, and really the Coachford forwards are putting it up to them.
Yes, indeed, they can have no complaints at the end of the day. Coachford made better use of the ball, admittedly after a lot of wastage, but they could have no complaints really. The Coachford forwards and the team in general were stronger in most areas of the pitch.
And here we go again, moving the ball forward. Beautiful play there by number 2 from Belgooly, Dara Murphy. Dara moving the ball up the wing, and there we have it. A Coachford ball after all this hard work, getting it up, and Coachford coming forward the ball again. Coachford with the ball, and a fine big number 2 there for Coachford, Edward Cody. Edward with a fine low kick in to number 14, and number 14 kicks the ball, but here we have the Belgooly men breaking through and giving one final bash before the whole game comes to a conclusion. But Coachford not going to let him go there, and the umpire has the flag up for a Coachford Belgooly ball. Coachford ball. We're not sure. We're waiting to see what type of ball it is. The referee is approaching the umpire, and the umpire is saying he's not sure. So it's a Belgooly ball because Coachford has got the last two sideline kicks there anyway. But again, Edward working his way out and being passed on to Aidan, and Aidan trying to do his best with the ball. But Tony there as well. And a quick kick, quick movement here by the Belgooly men. Belgooly men moving forward with the ball, passing the 21-yard line, hoping to get it across and get it into the forwards. But a magnificent game by number 7, Finbar.
Sullivan Finbar. He's been a constant thorn in the side of the Belgooly forwards all afternoon, and he continues to have a great game.
Definitely. Finbar is having a magnificent game today. He's letting nothing past him. The Belgooly forwards have not the chance. And here comes Tony up for the guy. I think Tony's having a great game today, Michal, and kicking the ball into the forwards. And here we are again, and the forwards are down, and they're slipping all over this because of the conditions outside. But here comes Tony again. But Tony picked the ball up off the ground, so it's a Belgooly free. Belgooly, I'd say, really trying to get a quick free taken here, so as to get the ball up into the forward, so to get the Coachford backs off, especially off guard, especially number 7, Finbar. Finbar has been, as we all said, a constant thorn in the side of the Belgooly team. And here they come again. But number 3 for Coachford, John Murphy, small as he may be, is a brilliant, skillful player, Michal.
Very effective, and he's letting nothing pass him. His motto seems to be, "Thou shalt not pass Finbar."
I think so. He must have done the commandments in school last week because he's well on track. And here we come again with the ball, and Coachford with the ball. And here comes again number 3, John Murphy for Coachford. And a fine low kick into his teammate number 4. Number 4 with the ball, being surrounded by Belgooly men. He passes into Tony, and Tony, unfortunately,
blue for a free there.
Blue for a free, and a Belgooly free. The second time that I said to Tony in the last 5 minutes of the game, and here it is, a Belgooly free. And here's the ball coming to reach the Belgooly team, and the ball is coming up and leaves falling all over this field today. The wind is definitely rising in atrocious conditions. The boys are giving their heart out in this terrible. Look, the Irish flag over is being bombarded with wind and rain. But it is not putting a stop to the Coachford men as they are working their way to win this DF2 final and get the DF2 Cup in this magnificent day for Coachford, where they're putting their heart, soul, minds and body into the game. And here they come. And here's number 8 for Coachford, working his way forward, Richard Cody. Richard trying his hardest to get the ball up to his compatriots, but unfortunately not succeeding. Belgooly are really fighting back at this stage, Michal.
Yes, indeed, and it would seem to be a Colin, but however, give credit to Belgooly, they haven't given up at all, even though they're at this stage they're of 6 points in arrears almost.
And here's on Sean Ivory there, Patrick Finnegan. Patrick, a bit an ounce to hear that. The Crush couldn't score on the moored the Coachford of the Husnick Shea and Clare Fadol. And ish Shea Money Brins all in the park, Gideon and Liro the Kuristach. Craig Cossahe. And the very Shea and the Shea Liro, the very Shea now Patrick Harrington, Patrick Nation Liro, a Kyle Shea, August. Coachford have won the final, the DF2 final because of Belgooly. The final score 2-4 to 1-1 in a magnificent game of football in atrocious conditions.